There's this tiny piece of technology that's working all around us all the time, and we pretty much never notice it. And it holds the key to a question you've definitely asked yourself while walking around at dusk.
Right? I mean, think about it. It really does feel like magic. The sun goes down, and then boom, thousands of streetlights across an entire city just flicker to life, almost all at once. There isn't some person out there flipping a giant switch, so what's going on? How do they know it's dark?
Now, you might be thinking it's some super complex system, maybe hooked up to a satellite or a fancy computer network. But the truth is, the tech behind this is so clever and incredibly straightforward. It really all comes down to one little component.
Okay, let's pull back the curtain. The hero of this whole story is something called an LDR. That stands for Light Dependent Resistor. You'll also hear it called a photoresistor. And honestly, the name tells you pretty much everything you need to know. It's a special kind of resistor whose electrical resistance, well, it depends entirely on how much light is hitting it. So how does that actually work? This is where the simple genius of the LDR really comes into play. It's all about controlling the flow of electricity, and it does it in the most elegant way. The whole principle is beautiful. Just think of electrical resistance as a kind of dam for electricity. When it's dark, the LDR's resistance gets super high. That dam is closed up tight, and almost no electrical current can get through. But the moment you shine a light on it, its resistance just plummets. The dam opens wide and whoosh, the current flows freely. That's it. That's the whole trick.
Okay, so we've got a simple little component that can tell the difference between light and dark. You might be thinking, big deal, right? Well, it is a huge deal. This one simple principle is the secret ingredient in countless devices we use every single day.
And I'm not kidding when I say everywhere. It's kind of hiding in plain sight. Once you know what to look for, you'll start seeing its handiwork all over the place.
Obviously, we started with the streetlights. But what about those little solar garden lights that just magically pop on at night? Yep, that's an LDR telling them it's time to glow. It's the same tech inside your camera, helping it figure out the perfect exposure for a photo. It's in security alarms, smart home lighting. It is the quiet, automatic trigger for so much of the world around us.
So let's just quickly recap. If you're going to remember just a couple of things from all this, here's what you need to lock in.
So what have we been talking about? The LDR, the light-dependent resistor. What's its superpower? Its resistance changes depending on how bright it is. And why is it so popular? Well, because it's cheap, it's super reliable, and that's why it's found its way into pretty much everything.
And that's really the core idea here, isn't it? It's not always the most complicated or the most expensive technology that changes the world. Sometimes it's just a really clever component built on a simple, elegant idea that ends up powering countless devices that make our lives just a little bit easier.
It really gets you thinking, doesn't it? The LDR is just one of these amazing little things. So, what other simple, brilliant sensors are out there, just quietly working in the background, making our world smarter and more automatic? Definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.